The pieces that I've arranged for guitar ensemble that were played in live concert include Medley from the video game It, Pocketful of Stars from the video game Ferry, Halim, as well as Kingdom Dance from the movie Tangled. I think it's interesting to come up with your own unique variation of the piece for the guitar ensemble, and I think it requires a bit of creativity and improvisation. And even though the score already exists, it actually takes quite a bit of time to arrange it to fit the different parts. And things never really sound like how you would expect them to, so you can't just do it on the first try and be done with it. I mostly arrange for smaller groups because I haven't really found any pieces that I want to do for larger ensembles, and therefore that requires more effort on the individual player's part to be able to play the piece well and not just rely on other section members, and so it actually trains people to be better players. For me, the most challenging part is more about the technical aspects of arranging for parts that I'm not familiar with. For example, I'm in Alto 1, so I'm not that familiar with bass or contrabass scores, and it takes a bit of effort for me to try and write something for it. So that's when I have to cross-refer to other scores and see how other arrangers or composers do it, and that's when I go back and revise my earlier drafts. And so the final product is going to sound quite different from the first draft because it takes quite a few rounds of drafting and playtesting, and I think that's what makes it challenging for me. For me, I think definitely hearing it live for the first time is the most rewarding part of arranging, because the main reason that I actually arrange is because I love the guitar and I love playing in a guitar ensemble, and I want to hear the music that I like being played together in an ensemble. So when everyone comes together for the first time, I think that's when it really happens for me and I can really feel the magic of everyone playing together. I think arranging is definitely musically challenging, and in the process I learn a lot more about the individual instruments and what their parts sound like and how it blends together. And I also find out more about the original piece, I discover new things, and I figure out how to make it work on the guitar much better.
Hello everyone, I am Haichuan. I arranged Unravel, the quite well-known opening song from the anime Tokyo Ghoul, for the ensemble in the last concert we performed. What motivated me to arrange this piece is really how much I like this piece. It really captures and delivers the desperation, the helplessness, and the struggle of the protagonists who constantly felt these emotions and in the world of Tokyo Ghoul. And such emotions was really well delivered and resonates with me, and I believe many others who listened and liked the song. So I really wanted to make it available to a wider audience and to really challenge myself to arrange this piece for guitar ensemble. The original band was really a problem because they are really a larger than usual rock band, and they had a violin and the keyboard, and they really sounded massive when they coming together. And the problem really is to how am I supposed to arrange that into something that's suitable for playing by a guitar ensemble. So I listened to a lot of other covers done by excellent musicians. So I listened to the fingerstyle cover, some piano cover, and some orchestral covers. And I took inspirations from many of these works, as well as some of the thoughts that I had, and I added them all into the piece. And in the end, I think it worked out pretty well. So the story actually went a bit further since I did conduct the piece for the ensemble in the practices as well as in the concert. So the most memorable moments, understandably, all come from this conducting experience. There was one time I was trying to conduct a formata, and which of course I put it into myself to torture myself. And our external conductor robot come in and just sort of grab my arm to demonstrate how it's supposed to be done. I think everyone had a good laugh today, and I think my GIF is still saved in some members' phone as a meme. Well, at the end of the day, the most memorable thing about this whole journey would be the moment we finished performing and I turned back and bowed to the audience. I sort of see how everyone is clapping and someone cheering. And when I walked off the stage, a robot was there and shouted "Good job" to me. That was really a moment of relief, and when the sense of accomplishment really kicked in, because this is all I really wanted to achieve, essentially, to have the ensemble enjoy playing my piece and to have the audience entertained. This experience, I think it really boosted my confidence as a musician. So I was playing the musical instruments, guitar and piano for quite long, but I was never really systematically trained in theory or, of course, conducting. And I sort of joked about graduating from the University of YouTube when I actually trying to conduct the when I was trying to conduct the ensemble for the first time. And this experience really showed me that despite this lack of systematic or some sort of certificate, I believe I can still do this thing pretty well, and I would like to try in the future if I had the time. So really, I really enjoyed myself, and I think the ensemble enjoyed playing the piece, and I think the audiences are were entertained. So that's about everything I wanted to achieve, and this experience really is a reassurance that I can achieve these things if I put in the effort and if everyone else work with me. So I think this had been a very fruitful and meaningful and really fun experience. And I wish that I can maybe experience it and arrange some other piece in the future soon.